How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hopefully, y'all having a blessed, wonderful, beautiful, extremely wonderful day. Um, when y'all get a chance and y'all look at what I wrote into the subject matter, of course, this is Freestyle Fridays, but I just wanted to get in there and kind of put something in there also to say about why they mad about DEI. So we gonna get into it tonight. Welcome to Freestyle Fridays. Welcome to Freestyle Friday. How y'all doing? Yeah, trying to get myself situated over here too. I mean, so question to everybody I have is, y'all could come up with a different subject too, but question I have for those that are on this live, when y'all come in on this live, and as we get to have discussions about it, why they mad about DEI? Why are they mad about DEI? Real talk. I know a lot of people, excuse me. I know a lot of people that's like, they, this, and that. It's helping black people and it's causing us to go back. And, I seen them marching with Al Sharpton in stores. I said, here we go with Al Sharpton once again. Out here race baiting. I'd be so glad when black people start following behind that fool, him and Roland Martin, and listening to some of the rhetoric that come out of their mouth. And I think a lot of times black people don't realize that they do that because it benefits them. And honestly, they working for the people that y'all always talking about. They race baiters. They all getting their money from these white liberals, which I call the KKK. That's where they getting their bread from. And they telling you all this rhetoric and all this other stuff, consistently getting you emotionally involved into something without having any type of real substance or real facts about what they're talking about. Just keep trying to come up with ways to get y'all mad and emotionally involved, as opposed to understanding that you're American. Become Muslim. Now, I can't do that. I can't do that. Somebody else might, but Jesus is my Lord. Can't do that. But, to each his own. God bless you, and hopefully that's working out for you. But, But for me, what's up, Sackcloth? How you doing? But for me, Jesus is my Lord. And there's no compromise in that. What's up, Word Up? How you doing? How's it going? Yeah, my question, if you on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. My question is, why are they mad about DEI? Yeah, everybody always saying it's contradiction, but the reason why they see contradiction is because they're not born again. So the Bible is not written for those that are not born again. You can't no wise even see the kingdom of heaven unless a man be born again. So in your eyes, it's going to look like contradiction because you're not actually walking in the faith, and you're not walking with Christ, and you're not walking with the Spirit of God present in you to understand the scriptures the way God intended for you to understand it. So unfortunately, if you're not a child of God, you're going to always look at it as conflicting information because it is hidden from your eyes. Your family tripping about this election? What they tripping about? Don't get me wrong, a lot of my family tripping too, but I don't care. I voted for Trump, and I'm glad I did. But what they tripping about? They mad? Did you vote for Trump and they just feel some kind of way, or they keep listening to black radio and black this and black that, and they got y'all all scared and they all emotionally involved? Talk to me. Because, I still get people questioning me. Oh, well, he said this and he going to do this. And first of all, I'm a working class citizen. I don't care who food stamps they take away. Honestly, if you're able bodied, if you can work, then you need to get up off your behind and you need to go to work. I do it. I don't feel sorry for nobody that's on food stamps and been making that a way of life and never getting out here and actually putting their foot to the ground and actually working and contributing to the system as opposed to draining from it all the time. No, I'm not for that. I don't feel sorry for nobody. They need to cut some of these people off welfare. Because some of these people are living better than the ones that's getting up and go to work because they getting, how you living better? What word did Jesus use to refer to the Father? What do you mean? He said he referred to him as the Father. So what's your point? Tell your uncle to go get a gun. If he really believed that, and this is what I would tell your uncle. If your uncle really believed that Trump was going to put black people back into slavery, then you ask your uncle what preparations is he making to make sure that don't happen. Did he speak English? No, it's translated into English. Like, what's your point? I ain't here to argue with you about Bible. Honestly speaking, because we can go back and forth all day long. If you choose not to believe in Jesus Christ and not to give your life to Christ, you're never going to go back. All you're going to do is go back and forth. But I can tell you this much, even if you're a Muslim and you believe the Muslim Bible tells you that the Bible is true and to believe it. So I'm not concerned about what language is written in because I don't speak that language. I know that when I read that Bible, for me, it's food for my soul. And it gives me life. And the words is life to me. So that's why I accept it. That's why I accept it. I mean, at the end of the day, you believe what you want to believe. I'm going to believe what I want to believe. But I'm going to put it to you like this. Before I ever believed the Bible, I felt the presence of God. I went into the Bible trying to dispute just like you was. But guess what I found out? That the word of God was true. Because I can't speak something that I don't know. But if I got a relationship with God first, and he's teaching me the word of God, and I never picked it up and read it, but yet these words are coming out of my mouth, where did I get that from? Where did I get it from? See, I wasn't born in the church. I wasn't raised in no church, and I wasn't raised around none of that. God came and found me right where I was at. And to prove to myself after I gave my life to God, see, I wasn't one of those people that said, oh, I was living in sin and I had a miserable life. No, I'm a different type of dude. That's why you can't convince me to go any other way. Because when God did for me, there is no God in this world that can offer me what he offered me. Because he didn't have to reveal himself to me. He don't need me. God does not need me. I didn't have no clue that God even existed. If anyone would have asked me back then, is there a God? I told him, heck no, ain't no God. Ain't no such thing as God. I believe in myself. So he had to reveal himself to me first in order for me to get where I'm at. And that had nothing to do with what I read in the Bible. That was his presence. That was his voice. And then he led me there. Now, whether someone wants to accept it or not, that's their choice. My thing is this, ain't no other religion offering eternal life but Jesus Christ. My thing, and the other thing is this, no other religion can give you a description of where heaven is. It's just like me trying to tell somebody how to get from here to California, but I never been there. How am I going to tell them how to get there if I never been there? So how can I do that? If I don't know where to get there, how am I going to tell you how to get there? So in order for somebody to say you can get to heaven, you have to be from heaven. But I'm not going to just believe what you said. It's just like me telling you that I'm Superman. If I say I'm Superman, you're not going to believe me. But if I start performing the attributes of Superman, then you even have to believe, say, well, he's doing what Superman does. So if Jesus wasn't who he said he was either was or he was lying about it. Simple as that. But when I run across people that said that was about to die, and people prayed in the name of Jesus and they rose and they got healthy and got well, I don't see no other religion doing that. We ain't got to talk about Bible. I'm just talking about performance. See, everybody can talk about Bible, intellect, what this mean, what that mean. What they out there actually doing? What is the God that they say they serve is actually doing? Where's the miracles at? Where's all of that at? Where's the attributes of you being God? Meaning, can you speak? Are they speaking to the winds and the winds obey them? Are they speaking to the dead and their dead rise? Those are the things I'm looking for. I'm not just looking for somebody to tell me a book what a book says. There has to be it has to be more than that to actually believe something. So if the God ain't performing no miracles and no other things outside it to show me that they have power over life and death beyond just what's in the book, then we just another one talking about religion. That's just my opinion on it. Well, ain't my opinion. That's where I stand. And I ain't, you believe whatever you want to believe. But when I seen sick people get healed and I seen people that was on their deathbed get raised from that bed, I don't trust no other God but Jesus Christ. I'm good. Ain't nothing no other God got to offer me. I don't care what's in their book. I don't care what's in nothing. There's nothing they can offer me. Because Jesus already paid the price for me. I accept him, my Lord and Savior. I'm not perfect, far from it. But my thing is this, I ain't seen none of them put nothing out there other than words. Where was the actions at? So until they God perform some actions, I'm not the one. You ain't gonna just tell me you God or this and that and you don't perform it. You ain't performing no godly attributes. None. So you just want me to believe your book. So, but if your attributes line up with the book, then it starts to make more sense. So that's where I stand. So no one can offer me. There's nothing no one can offer me outside of that. I mean, but everybody had their choice. That's the beauty of life. You have a choice, and that's the reason why in the Bible God he put them tree there. So you have a choice. You had the tree of life, or you had the tree of death. You can eat of that fruit and be separated from God. That's why it was there. That's his love. That was love. To make sure that you was not forced to serve God. To make sure that you wasn't forced. That tree of death was there to give you an option that you did not have to serve God. That's why he did. He put it there to love for you. He did that for love. Most people, when they look at that, say, why would he put the tree there? If he knew man was going to take of it. That's why he put the tree there. So you did not have to walk with God. You had the option not to. But should every man pay that price? No. So Jesus comes into as in the form of man, which is God and man, to undo what Adam did. Now you can believe that or not believe it. That's your choice. But notice that every time when people say who are, that's why he said, I am the tree of life. I am my Father's true vine. Jesus was in the beginning, the tree of life. But when he walked the earth, he referred to himself as the tree of life. He said, I am my Father's true vine. So people keep thinking that Jesus was just there when he was walking the earth. No, he was there when Adam took of that fruit. Jesus was right there. That's why the Bible says that at least man take of the tree of life and otherwise live again. But Adam didn't do it because there was angels standing with flaming swords. Fear stopped them. The very same fear that stops people from giving their life today in salvation. That's what Satan used, fear. So when Jesus offers someone eternal life to this day, to be able to take of the true vine of God, what happens is fear stops them because they're afraid they're going to lose something. The very same fear that stopped Adam from taking the tree of life then. But the average person would not have understood that if they cannot see the kingdom of heaven. They'll just look at that as a bunch of jibber jabber on the page. But because I'm born again, now I see it. I see Jesus in the beginning. I see the Holy Spirit in the beginning. I see the Father in the beginning. Everybody ain't going to see that unless you be born again. You can know why I see the kingdom of heaven. So if you're not a child of God, you're not going to understand that. Because it comes through your experience when you're born again and you start to relive it. That's why most of the people that become born again, the first thing they do when they come born again, they cry like a baby. Because that's the new birth experience. And they become baptized in the Spirit of God. And their spirit becomes alive again. But if you haven't experienced that, you're not going to know. That's just, that was my experience. And then most children of God, if you're a real child of God, that's what you're going to say. You have the same experience. So you're born again by that experience. That's the evidence that you're born again. And the crying is outside of repenting, knowing that there's a real God. It's not just words on the page. There is a real God. That's the difference. Everybody, it's easier to say book to book, but when you get that one lines up, and then all of a sudden you go through all that, and then you look in the Word of God, and it lines up with that. It's like, oh, okay, now that all makes sense. But I didn't look in the Bible because I wasn't a Bible reading person at that time. I wasn't no person that walked with God at that time. I didn't know nothing about God. I believed in myself, which is ignorant in itself, but that's where I was at. But everyone has a choice to believe what they want to believe. Everyone has a choice to follow what they want to follow. That's the beauty of God. He allows you to do it on your own. You're not being forced to serve God. He draws you by his love, not by his force. So you don't have to. But anyway, beyond that, my question was, why are people mad about DEI? If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. But why are people mad about DEI? I don't want to get too deep in that. Don't get me wrong. I love Jesus Christ, and I hope that someone give their life to the Lord and get to experience the beauty that I got to experience, and the freedom and the love and the compassion and all that comes along with that. I hope and pray that everyone get to experience that, because there's nothing in this world that matches it. But again, why do y'all think people are mad about DEI? Why y'all think they're mad about it? The ones that are mad, why are they mad about it? As I know, a lot of people don't realize that most of the people that benefited from DEI programs are white women. So Al Sharpton is mad about that. Got all these black people rallying behind it, but he never told none of these black people that's going behind and trying to fight all this stuff that the biggest beneficiary of the DEI program was white women. And the next beneficiary of it was white men. So my point is, if the Trump administration knew that, and if Trump was racist, why would he get rid of the DEI program knowing that it benefit more white people by far than black? That's a good question. So, and if you don't believe me, you can go actually and Google it and get that information. But it has been more white women, which after I really did some research, I was shocked in myself. And white men, next to the white men was Hispanics. Then the LGBTQ community, and then Asian community. Black people would benefit from DEI program by like extremely small percentage compared to all the other races. We are once again at the bottom of the totem pole, which is crazy in itself. But yet you got Al Sharpton running around, once again, race baiting black people into this emotional thing. And I wish that black people would stop letting these people get them emotionally involved. Step back, take a step back, get your feelings out of it, and deep dive and do some real homework. Do it independently. Because once you get so far on that side, you don't even want to hear what the other side said. and you're not going to get no real objective about what's going on. And all you doing running around getting mad and then saying this and then find out later that it wasn't that way. I don't understand how y'all mad at D.E.I, but y'all wasn't mad that they tried to send $50 million over to another country under that very same program. And this is the reason why the Trump administration put a freeze on it, because they tried to swindle some $50 million over there for some condoms for another country and control the birth rate of another country. But they didn't, the news and all these other networks, they're not going to tell y'all that part. You know what they're going to do? They're going to keep race baiting you in. Al Sharpton, I don't care what nobody say, these people work for white liberals. That's who paying them to tell you the stuff that they telling them. And these radio stations, that's who they work for, and they tell you the same stuff. At the end of the day, what's up, Charles? I mean, what's up, Christian Thorpe? What's that, Christian Thorpe? Anyway, like I said, you do not need that stuff. You don't. And that's my whole point, is that even they had it, but it wasn't helping black people at one bit. Because at the end of the day, you're American. If you was born and raised on this soil, this is your country. Stop acting. I wish they stopped trying to make black people think that there is, that you don't, these things are not for you. These things are not for you. I don't know why they act like that. Listen, I'm born and raised in America. Now, if I continued to listen to the bull crap that was coming through the Democratic Party in my neighborhood, because I grew up in the hood, I would still be on that same train. I mean, though I really wasn't, I didn't realize I wasn't, but I would still be thinking that stuff is right. This is your country. Stop letting these people get you emotionally involved as opposed to looking at it from an intellectual standpoint. My point to you with this, my point is this, and I always tell people the stock market is my number one educator. And the reason why I know that when it comes to America, the reason why I say that is because not that it taught me everything, but the reason why I say the stock market is my number one educator is because it tells me how things are moving across this country. And I get a lot of insight by what I see moving. And when I hear these politicians start talking, I start to get a better idea of how I'm going to invest my money. That's what I do. When I hear them start talking, I get a better idea of how I'm going to invest my money. And for far too long, the black community has been falling for the same scams over and over and over. The reason why they do it to the black community, they put a few black faces in there, is because they can get away with it because they know that you're not going to fight against it. You're just going to accept it. You're just going to accept it and then say, oh, this is the way it is, just the way it is, just the way it is. They can't pull that off on other people that are politically educated. You can't get that because they're going to come back for you and you're not going to. Listen, in the city of Philadelphia, you run as a Democratic politician, you almost automatically going to win. Unless you're running up against another Democrat, you almost automatically going to win because Democrats win by default. They do not earn your vote. They win by default because by just sheer nature, black people just automatically vote Democrat. And they've been doing it for the 60 years, and we still have this very same problems we had 60 years ago, just worse. Worse, a lot worse than it was 60 years ago, but we still had the same problems. But yet we keep waiting for the very same party that we've been supporting to do something differently. And as soon as they lose some power or some ground on the black community, they start race baiting again and pushing a whole bunch of lies and rhetoric and all this other stuff towards the black community so that we can fall into that trap again. Because the minute they start seeing they lose, they start fear-mongering again. Fear-mongering again. Oh, they're going to take your welfare. They're going to take your housing. They're going to take this. They're going to take that. Well, if you ain't working for it, it ain't yours anyway. That's real talk. And why should the taxpaying citizens keep having to fund that? When do the taxpaying citizens, the hardworking taxpaying citizens, when do they get a break? That's my question. When do they get a break? When do the hard-working, everyday tax-paying citizens, when are these politicians are actually going to do something that benefit the hard-working, tax-paying, everyday citizen? And we keep voting for these people, and they keep doing the same thing over and over. Meanwhile, Baltimore looks like crap. Philadelphia looks like crap. Everywhere where the black community is at, and by and large, has these same problems. Just about everywhere black community is, we have about the same problems. And we're still expecting something from these people, these politicians that we keep voting in, and they all play the same game. They say all this stuff. When they get in position, they start stealing money. Coming up with these bullcrap programs and all of these things that they keep saying is supposed to, and none of that money makes it to your neighborhood. That's why if you have a playground in your neighborhood and it needs to be redone, it stays that way for 20 years. But if you have a playground in another neighborhood and it needs to be redone, it gets done all the time. And it's well kept. Because we won't complain no more. We won't organize and stay together long enough to make sure that that doesn't happen in our community. We just go ahead on about our business and keep working and keep allowing these politicians to do the same thing because we voted for them in the name of blackness, not righteousness, not character, not merit, not integrity. We voted for them in the name of blackness. And we still getting the same results. Philadelphia is ran by black people. Baltimore is ran by black people. And I don't have a beef with black people. I'm just making a point. If they cared that much about the black community and these black faces are getting these positions, why in the world did we have the same problems when y'all the ones running this stuff? But yet their pockets are getting fatter. Your pockets are getting smaller and their pockets are getting fatter. And your neighborhood looks worse and where they live looks better. Chicago, same problem. Baltimore, same problem. Los Angeles, same problem. When you look across America, we all got the same problem. Just about every single neighborhood. And we voting these people in based on skin color. And look at what we're getting. And I'm not saying all of them, because we got some black politicians that actually do right. But when you look at these cities and we look at these places like that, you can't argue the facts. At some point, you got to say, well, look, we need to stop this. We need to stop it. The crime rate is always up the roof around us. They so busy got you worrying about what Trump is going to do. But why aren't Al Sharpton and all of these type of people, why aren't they in the neighborhood saying, yo, stop killing each other on a regular basis? Stop hurting each other on a regular basis. Why aren't they doing that type of stuff? They got you worrying about what Trump is doing. They not even... Bro, you don't get out of that and go actually do the real work. Stop race baiting everywhere. Let some hot story comes up. They don't even have to call Al Sharpton. He will show up and filter himself right into it. And have all these black people caught up in that mess. And while he getting rich again, making all this money, and telling y'all who y'all should vote for. Meanwhile, he know that this has been detrimental to your community, but he's still telling you to do it. Make that make sense. Reverend. Okay. Make that make sense. You on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. But we don't need DEI. We never needed it. First of all, we already has a lot of laws in there to protect, discriminatory laws that are already written on the books as far as discrimination-wise. But no one should be getting benefits because of their sexual preference. That's just the reality of it is. Just because of your sexual preference, you should not be getting benefits because of your sexual preference. That's real talk. That's real talk. But, I like what I see happening in this country. Like, far as with the moves, I'm not going to say every single move, but I like a lot of the stuff that Trump has already done. He's holding to his word. He said he was going to try to get these illegals out of here as soon and fast as possible. He's doing it. I mean, I'm trying to figure out where the number is at because the last time I looked, they had over 3,500 illegals that they already done shipped out of here. I want, he said he wants 1,000 of them a day. I don't know if ICE is able to do that, but I'm ready for them. I'm glad they're going. I'm glad they're going. And they trying, and even on that side, here come the Democratic Party. Oh, they separating families and they doing all this. Well, the family took the risk of coming over here. You knew that there was a good possibility your behind would end up sending back. So you and your kids go back. Sorry. Don't separate them. Send them all together. That's unfortunate. But what no one keep talking about is when they was coming over here, it was military age fighting men by the groves coming over that border. Men, a lot of men, military age fighting men. And when they got over here, they was doing causing all type of havoc. Every last one? No. But my thing is this, if you come across that border illegally, that's a clear indication that you do not respect United States law. You broke the law at that point. You are a criminal because you came across illegally. So if Americans don't go get breaks because if we break our law, why should we give some foreigner a break because they broke the law? No, you go back. You go back. And for me personally, I don't care. I ain't trying to be polite about it. I want them to go get all of them. I mean, yeah, I think they should go get the hard criminals and stuff like that first. But the other ones get them by default too. I don't care. I'm sorry. I just don't. Because you did it wrong. Because I feel it's disrespectful for all the ones that did it right. That came over here and did it the right way. And for those people that say, oh, we shouldn't be, that's inhumane. All right, good. Take them to your house. And I'm going to say it, I'm going to keep saying it. Take it to your house. If you really feel that way about immigration, take them to your house. Take them in your house. You raise them. You take care of them. Take them in your house. We never needed that DEI stuff. But it didn't benefit black people anyway. And I mean, we don't need to make it into a black issue. But the only reason why I'm saying it is because a lot of black people was mad about it. As if that was something beneficial to us, and it wasn't. Very little did it help the black community at all. It was everybody else was eating up the pot like it always seemed to happen. The reason why everybody else eats up the pot, because while we out here getting mad about it and going through all these emotional stuff, guess what? While we out here going through all this emotional and rants and stuff, they over there eating up the pot. And they the ones getting all the money, the benefit, and everything that come along with it. By the time it gets to the black community, the well is dry. You right, word up. Take them to your house. Because they're not going to take them to their house and take care of them. They're not. They say that stuff, but the minute they start saying that, that's like, all right, well, you should take them to your home. You should take care of them. Let them move in your house. And you should take care of them. Not the taxpaying people. You want them there, then you should take care of them. Go get the illegals. Go down to the border. Say, no, I'll take care of them, and I'll put them in my house, and I'll raise them, and I'll do whatever it is to make sure that they're okay. If you really feel that way, you take them to your house, and you take care of them. Let them live under your roof. Get no benefits from the government, no assistance. You do it. If you really feel that way. And I guarantee you, their mentality and that conversation will change real quick. Oh, no. Yeah, I know. You don't really feel that way. It's okay for somebody else, but it's not okay for you. As long as you don't have to deal with them and you don't have to tolerate them or raise them or feed them or anything of that nature. Exactly. What's up, Doc English? Exactly. It's easy to say that stuff out your mouth. But when it comes down to it, are you going to do it? I tell you right now, I ain't going to do it. If I'm out and I know, if I find out you illegal, that's shame on you because I'm snitching. I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling. I'm dead serious. Because I want them gone. I just don't feel as fair for people that was for the citizens of America who live over here, number one, who was born and raised over here. The other thing is the ones that came over here, did it the right way, went through all of that, all of that challenging system to get in here and be able to become American citizen and did it the way it is because they respect American law. They're American. Once you do, you're American just as much as I am. So for ones that sneak over here on the border, I don't feel sorry for. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't feel sorry for you because you already knew the risk going in that there was a possibility you was going to get deported, and they need to get clean house and send them all back. And I'm good with it. I don't feel no kind of way about it. And that's real talk. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I mean, I feel bad that it has to be that way, but I don't feel bad in a way that they might try to say I feel bad. I just feel bad it had to be that way because you made that choice to come over here and put that risk in it and possibly even put your kids into it. Right, exactly. And my thing is this, they had fair warning. They knew when they knew that there was a good possibility Trump was going to win that election. And they knew that he was going to start saying, time to pack y'all up and ship y'all out and send y'all home. I mean, a lot of them started self-deporting, but still, I don't know what they thought was going to happen. But like I said, let me find them over here. I'm snitching. That's why I'm praying. I'm hoping that they make that universal, that snitches get riches, like I did in my old live, one of my older lives about a week ago. And I was talking about they need to come up with a program called Snitches Get Riches. And the funny thing is, Mississippi is actually introducing a bill. One of the senators or something down in Mississippi introduced a bill to try to do that. And I clipped a short on that. But I was saying, maybe a day or two before that I hope they come up with a program called Snitches Get Riches, where if you tell on an illegal immigrant, you get some money. Now, I was throwing different numbers around, but they talk about $1,000 a pop. I'm like, man. And if you live, like in New York, it's estimated I think the estimate that I seen was like well over 100,000. And let's say you live in New York, and they do that in New York. They offer that money to, let's say Trump put a program and they get that done in New York. Yeah, the bounty. You're right. You're right. Bounty. And they do it in New York. Let's say they do it in New York. And in New York, it's estimated easily over $100,000. And you like, man, that's $1,000 a pop. That could be man, you get one person a day. That's 5 stacks a week if you just do it for 5 days. But imagine if you get a couple of them. Let's say you go grab one and you come across 6 or 7 more in the process. That's crazy. And my thing is this, if they was to do that, if they was to do that, the Black and Hispanic community will make a lot of money because that's where they dumped them all. And since Joe Biden dumped them all on us, they should be the ones that benefit from getting them out of here. So I think that the Trump administration should come up with snitches get riches. You tell us where they at, and that'd be helping ICE because ICE it'll help them to become more efficient because now they'll get wind of where everybody's at and where these people are at, and they don't have to go try to find them and all that other stuff. They're like, okay, we got this. Now they just print out all of the locations that people saying they are, and go get them. 6 months, we probably be illegal immigrant free because of that reason. That's what I hope they do. I'm dead serious. I hope that they put that program there and say, I mean, I know they might not gonna call it snitches get riches. That's just the way I call it. But put a program there and put out that bounty. and put out there. And be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I go to work. What's up, Joyce? How you doing? God bless you. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I go to work. If they was to do that and it's a staggered head, $1,000 a head for find out where these illegals at and getting them up out of here, I ain't gonna lie to you. I go to work. I ain't gonna lie, I be going to work. I'm like, look, I'm sorry. Y'all gonna put 1,000 out, man. Look, it be game on for me. I'll be trying to put together a team, go get what I need to do it bounty wise, and guess what we be doing? We be hunting for illegals. Not trying to hurt or kill nobody, nothing like that. I ain't talking about nothing crazy like that, but yeah, we put in that work. And we be like ice. That's all they be like, ice, baby. Real. It's crazy because they got to go. They're consuming. People don't realize how much damage this is to America. The amount of money that this last 4 years has spent on this illegal immigration is just outright ridiculous. The amount of money that they've been putting on these illegals and all of the money they've been funneling through these illegal programs, trying to fund this, I don't even know what to call it. It's ridiculous. And we shouldn't have been in that situation. That's real talk. I don't know why they would let this even open up the border and open up this to the level that they opened it up. And yet, yeah, you're right. I would too. I'll be like Dog the Bounty Hunter. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be putting in the work. Getting time to y'all to go. They probably see me from afar, be like, no, I ain't coming. And I'll be putting in the work, getting rid of every last one of them, because at the end of the day, they need to go. And I know it's sad because it probably is some good ones that, they did it wrong, but they might not actually be bad people. They just did it wrong. And unfortunately, they got to go back too. But there probably is a lot of good ones that, probably do have good intentions after they broke the law getting over here, but you still got to do it right. You just have to do it right. It's sorry, but you have to do it right. Sackcloth, if you don't mind, what state are you from? I don't even want to say city or county, just what state, if you're still on this live. And anybody else on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very, very much. I'll be the same way. I'll be like, yo, they like, man, you coming home? Nope. I'm out here. I'm chasing down illegals. I ain't gonna lie to you. I will if they was to do that on a large scale, if the federal government was to come up with a program like that, it says snitches get riches, and let us to put that bounty, and they put a bounty out and allow you to actually go get these illegals and round them up. I'll be out putting out work. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be out there putting that work out. Oh, what's up, man? Oh man, Florida. God bless you. God bless you. I just wanted to get an idea. So y'all got some down there too. I don't know if y'all got a lot like some of the other states did. Like California, they say there's almost over 2 million over there. Easy. I mean, and this is the ones they accounted for. We already know that there's a lot that they couldn't even account for. But I'm just saying, like, if you in California, man, I ain't lie, I might have to drive over there. I don't even like California. People like, oh, you want to go to California? I don't even want no parts of California right now. I go to the edge and look like I ain't going in there. It looks dangerous. That governor they got in California, man, he is a piece of work. I wouldn't step foot in California. I'm good. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that place, and I heard. Don't get me wrong. I know it's not all bad. But I wouldn't want to be in California. But they got almost over 2 million illegals that they can account for. Man, you go if they do that over there. I know New York got it quite a bit. Philly got it quite a bit, but I think New York got a lot. I don't think Philly had nowhere near New York. Yeah, I know, Ron DeSantis don't play that stuff, but I know y'all got a handful of them. But I know y'all don't have nowhere near like California and Philadelphia, the sanctuary cities. Unfortunately, I'm from Philadelphia, and that's a sanctuary city, and that sucks. But I will come up. I start right here in my city, and I'll be going to work. All I got to do is get the memo, and that's it. It's a wrap. They be like, man, I ain't seen Ryan do a live in almost a month. And nope. I'll be back. I'll get back with y'all later. Yeah, I seen that Joyce. I mean, Christine, I seen that. I seen that. I seen that. I was watching a video of, I guess he's a school teacher or whatever, and they literally, now here's how hypocritical these people are. You're sitting there talking about you're willing to go to fight to protect these illegal immigrants against ICE. Now y'all want to talk about arming up and protect against ICE, but when the conservatives was talking about allowing the teachers to have guns to protect the kids against some type of random crazy shooter, the liberal side, they was like, no, that's not a good idea. But now y'all willing to do it against ICE, against trained law enforcement. Yeah, okay. Yeah, y'all can do it. Go ahead. Good luck. Good luck with that. But yeah, I don't listen. San Diego. Yeah, make that make sense. Why would you want to protect the illegal immigrants? Why they don't care about the citizens? Why is it these Democratic politicians don't care nothing about the citizens of their county and their state and their cities? I don't get it. Because I hear all of these Democratic politicians, none of these people voted for y'all. I don't get that. The city of Philadelphia, none of these illegal immigrants voted for you, but you're trying to protect them. Chicago, none of these illegal immigrants voted for you, but you're trying to protect them. And even in California, Newscomb, whoever the name is, none of these people voted for y'all, and y'all trying to protect them. You're right. Oh, wow, he is? Okay. But why are they so busy trying to protect illegal immigrants? They did not vote y'all in. Why is it that these Democratic politicians keep giving the citizens of their county and towns the middle finger? Because that's what they're doing. They're saying, middle finger to you, we're going to take care of illegal immigrants. Middle finger to the taxpayer, the homeowner, the working class citizen, we're going to take care of the illegal immigrants. That tell you that there's something for them in it. They're the ones getting the money. They're the ones getting wealth off of it. This isn't a new condition. We've had this a while back. See, this is what's happening. They get these illegal immigrants to come over here and they giving them all these, they put them in these hotels and all these places, and this is how they funnel in this money. This is how they funnel money. So they get to go to a hotel, they put them in there $6,000 a month for a hotel. Now that hotel probably didn't get $6,000 a month on not one of these rooms. Not one of these rooms are they getting $6,000 a month. But now all of a sudden, they're getting $6,000 a month. You think that these politicians ain't getting money up the back end of that? You gotta be out of your mind. Because understanding that these politicians know who owns the hotels. They know who owns these programs, who run these programs, and these hotels. And that's how they funnel their money back into their pockets. Believe me when I tell you. That's how they're doing it. Wow. Wow, Christina. I forgot you was from California. I don't know how you stomach it. I don't know how you stomach it over there. I don't know how you do it. Honestly, God bless you. God bless you. I don't know how you're doing it over there. Because that place over there is crazy. How you doing from Poland? Okay. God bless you. Is that Gigalog? Am I saying that right? Gigalog? I don't know. It's I'm trying to say it, but I know I'm probably butchering it all up because I do that. But yeah, I don't know how you doing it, Christine. That's tough over there in California. How I mean I don't know. Oh yeah, thank I don't Christine, if you still on here, how are they managing with the wildfires over there? If you can let me know, like how's it going over there? Is it are they? I mean, them fires have they okay, I get it. That is a 100% reason to stick it all out. Yeah, my question is how they do? How is it going on over there with the fires and stuff? Oh wow, yeah, I haven't been able to keep up with it because my life just kind of got a lot busier in the last few days. But yeah, are you good? Like, are y'all good where y'all at? I guess. But I'm still praying that hopefully they get hold on there. I know they were saying something about getting more water down there. Hopefully they got that done when they getting water like they need it. But yeah, my life got a little bit busy, so I haven't been able to really keep up with what was going on. I don't really watch a lot of television as it relates to like the news and stuff because I have extreme distrust with the news. So it's like it's hard for me to even listen to anything they say. Oh, okay, but it's contained. Oh, okay, well, I pray nothing. It don't reach nowhere near y'all at all. I pray you guys are good. I pray you guys are good. I pray you guys are good. You and your family. I pray nothing come. I pray God protects your whole family and nothing comes out of this, your homes and all. And when this is all said and done, you guys are 100% straight in the name of Jesus. That's real talk. But if you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Oh, wow. I mean, I guess overall, you probably really do like California. Because if you're sticking it out, then you must love where you at. And I mean, I understand your family and stuff like that. So, and I know California ain't all bad. I know California ain't all bad. I'm just basing my response is based off y'all governor. And if I had a chance, I'd smack him in the back of his head because he's silly. Just joking, but yeah, he just no problem. God bless you. God bless you. I just hope y'all guys are good over there. But yeah, and like I said, I'm so glad that Trump got rid of that DEI stuff. And I mean I've had to sit through videos. I just had a flashback. I don't like that. I've had to sit through videos with that mess, and I was just like, "Oh my God, are we really doing this now? Like we really got to sit here and oh my God, it was so annoying. It was so annoying. I was so annoyed. I'm like, I got to sit through this, and I'm hoping it's all go away, and I don't have to sit through nothing like that again. As I didn't like it. I don't even think I answered the question. I answered the questions like I would answer them. I didn't care. I'm like, if they fire me, they fire me. I don't care. I'm going to answer it how I answer it. Y'all don't like the answer, that's on y'all. Whatever. That's where I was at. Because I was like, I'm not compromising on certain things. And some things you can, but some things you just can't compromise on. And I was like, hey, I don't agree with it. So it is what it is. But, and you can't just let people shove stuff down your throat and accept everything, because if we don't fight back at some point or another, at some point your freedom is going to be totally gone. So you can't wait until it gets so bad. You got to fight back as soon as you recognize, as soon as you see it, you got to push back. Then you don't wait till the monster grow, where he's gotten big and strong, and then done filtered into all stuff like we just did. We need to immediately, oh, this is a problem, push back and get it out of the way, because that program should have never started. That didn't even make sense to me. It didn't even make sense to me. I'm like, what? And we already got discrimination laws. What are we doing this for? And my thing is this, is that nowadays, what would you need it for? America has we have access to just about everything. We have access. There is no excuse in America right now. If you don't know how to do something, you can pretty much find out how to do a lot of things. Even if you might not be qualified to do it. You can pretty much, there's so much information out there, so much access to stuff out there. There is no excuse. What do you need all of that for? We got videos and all types of stuff out there, and it's, it was harder then. When I was a kid, it was harder to get a lot of this information. Now it's like everything is at your fingertips, and you can almost find out just about anything you want to know, how to do stuff, how to make stuff, how to build stuff. It's so much out there. It is no excuse for anyone to be mediocre or to need any type of program like that to better your life. You got too much out there. What do you need it for? It doesn't make sense to me. You don't need these programs. If I wanted to learn how to replace an engine in my car, I can probably find, now don't get me wrong, I would have to get the equipment to do it, but I probably could go find a video that would show me how to do it. Somebody put a video up to show you how to do it. Now, you might not have all the equipment, you might have all the tools, but you can get a general idea of how to do it. It is way too much information out there at your fingertips for anybody to need that type of stuff. If you're a person that wants to get into investments or get into a restaurant, learn how to run a restaurant, it is so much stuff out there. It is so many, you have so much access to stuff that it's almost unexcusable to just be mediocre. You have to really, at this point in our life, you just have to be straight up lazy bum. Because it's too much out there. Way too much opportunity in America for you to make it. That's why a lot of these people trying to sneak over here. Oh, God. Okay, that's what's up, Joyce. That's why these illegals are sneaking over here. God bless. That's right. Jesus is working in our lives. You're absolutely right. He's working over here, and I'm glad he's working over there. That's why all these illegals are sneaking over here, because they see the opportunity that we live in. They see the opportunity that we live in. But what I don't like about a lot, like we was talking a while back in one of the other videos about TikTok, and I said, somebody asked me about TikTok, and I said, I don't have TikTok, not interested. And my reason was I said, well, I don't really pay attention. I said, but a lot of all I see in TikTok is the singing and dancing so much. But I said the TikTok that's in China is totally different. They teaching them how to make stuff, build stuff, science, and all this other type of innovative stuff. I said, that's not well promoted in America. When you're watching a lot of these videos, you don't see a lot of that. What you see is mostly entertainment. And I'm not just talking about TikTok, I'm talking about Facebook, all of these social media sites. How many times does somebody you get on there compared to, how many times you see somebody singing and dancing compared to somebody actually building and making? That's the point that I'm trying to make. We have the same problem over here in America, is that why is it that we don't get shorts on, a lot of videos on how somebody is building something, making something, carving something. Now you get them, but you don't get that as much of that as you get as the other stuff. But you'll get a singing, somebody singing and rapping and stuff all the time. I don't even. I'm not a big on that stuff. I like rap music and I like music, but I like the music that I grew up on. I really don't. I'm not into a lot of this new stuff. I like what I grew up on. That's where my mind gravitates to. But why is that so big of a deal? But why is it when I go through my feed, I don't see stuff like that? Especially if it's kids, it should be teaching them more about how to make, build, construct, math, all this type of stuff. And we don't get a lot of that. I see these kids, they all doing the same thing, trying to do the next trend dancing. I don't see them trying to do no science projects. I don't see them trying to do innovative stuff. I don't see them trying to make stuff, anything like that. I just see everybody trying to sing and dance. And I think we're doing a disservice to our country by just being flooded with it every single day. How y'all feel about that? If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. I'm not going to be before y'all too much longer. But I just wanted to get on here and give y'all my thoughts. But and the other thing lately I've been keeping track of United States deficit. I'm just keeping track of it because I want to see where we at right now and where we end up in the next 4 years. So I'm starting to keep track of United States deficit. I mean, you can always Google it and find out where it is. But I want to try to keep close watch over it. I mean, I know how to change my preferences, but this is not so much for me. I'm just saying as a whole. I'm not, I'm just saying as a whole when it comes to kids and stuff like that, a lot of everything is like trendy. That it's not so much for me. I'm the type of person I like learning how to do stuff. I know how to do tons of stuff. I'm not, believe me when I tell you, I'm very, very extremely mechanically inclined. If I don't know how to do something, I will figure it out real quick. I'm not one of those people that don't know how to do nothing. I'll just, even if I don't know how, I will go do it. Like I know how to do plenty of work. I know carpentry, I know plumbing, I know everything. I'm not a bona fide car mechanic, but I know reasonably enough about cars to be able to fix certain things on the car if I could. I don't have the tools to do it because I'm not a mechanic. So I still take my car to the mechanic, get it done, but I have a reasonable idea how cars work, how they run, and combustion engines and stuff like that. I understand it to some extent. I'm not one of those people. I know how to do stuff. I know how to build, hang doors. I know how to do a lot of stuff. I'm not, but I'm just saying on your feed, and I know you can go in and change your feed, but that's me. I'm talking about a lot of the kids and what they see a lot and how they respond to it out here in this world is that they get more of that than they get of this. But and like I said, but that's just because that's all I see. I rarely ever see kids trying to actually break something down and see how it worked and build it back up. I don't see a lot of that no more. When I was a kid and when me and my friends were kids, that's the type of stuff that we did. We put our hands and we learn how to use our hands and build stuff and make stuff and stuff like that. And I know a lot of things are digital, computerized and stuff like that, but that only goes so far. People still need houses to live in. We still have an infrastructure that needs to be maintained. We still have bridges that need to be repaired. We still got roads that need to be done. We still got cars that need to be fixed. We still got all of this stuff that still's out there. And computers is one thing, but there's a whole lot of stuff going on in the real world that people need on a regular basis, and we're losing sight of people knowing how to do it. And a lot of these mechanics ain't even mechanics no more. The only thing they know how to do is replace parts. And if that computer don't tell them it, they won't know. A lot of these new mechanics don't really understand the functionality of a car. They only understand the functionality of the computer. And that's why they have you changing 17 things before they can figure out what's wrong with your car. I do. I mean, I don't really put a lot of that information on when I do my lives, but just so you know, I do. I do on a regular basis whenever I get a chance to. I will sacrifice to make sure if kids around me, they're gonna learn stuff. I don't care who you are, they're gonna learn how to do stuff, and I do it on a regular basis. So I'm it's one for me to sit here and talk about it out of my mouth, but no, honestly, I do. And anybody and people that know me up and close and personal, they already know my family members, friends, kids, my kids, other kids that ain't my kids. When they're around me, they already know. And oh, okay, cool. You know what? If you got, here's the thing. If you got a kid that's interested in, like, let's say you got a kid that's interested in cars. Now, I watch Motor Trend all the time. Now, I don't know if y'all watch that channel, but I watch Motor Trend all the time. And Motor Trend, that's all they talk. That's all they do on Motor Trend is work on cars all day long. Now, I'm watching because I like watching them customize cars and do stuff like that. I'm not gonna say I'm a gearhead and I'm big on it, but that's what I do. I watch a lot of car shows. So if you got young boys and your family members or in your home, go look for the Motor Trend channel, and that's what they will see them working on cars all the time. And they take old cars and redo them, new cars. They do a lot of innovative stuff. There's a whole bunch of slew of stuff that they do on Motor Trend. And a lot of these kids never they can get to actually learn how to do stuff just by watching TV. And it's entertaining. But those are the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Like, that's what I watch on TV all the time. If it ain't that, it's probably fishing. If it ain't fishing, it's hunting. If it ain't hunting, it's like, those are the type of things I watch. Or some type of documentary, science stuff. That's my head. Now, I feed myself with that type of information other than like gospel, biblical, stuff like that, whatever case may be. But when kids are around me, I have to teach them how to learn stuff. Oh, that's what's up. Martial arts, boxing. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. And that's, like, when I have a stack of letters, like a real stack of letters of kids that wrote me letters and stuff, thanking me for stuff that I actually show them or teach them or something like that. And it's a thick folder, and and they always, once in a while, I get, they'll give me some letters and stuff like that because they just appreciate the knowledge that I teach them. And I listen to what they tell me. And if I'm not too sure, oh, that's what's up. Golden Glove. Oh, that's what's up. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. That's what's up. Ninth in the country. Wow. That's what's up. And you're doing right by them. You're doing right with them. You're doing right by them. God bless you and stay. I hope you stay. Oh yeah. 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 The food is just. I'm be honest with you. I just eat now. I don't even enjoy the food. Joyce, I agree with you. I honestly, I don't even enjoy the food. I don't even enjoy it. It's no, I'm not a big eater anyway. I mean, I eat, but I'm not one of those people that I like flavor and I want my food to be good. But yes, I agree with you. It's horrible. Food is horrible. Price is high and the quality is very, very low. And I agree with you. And I don't think that's a conspiracy at all. Well, yeah, okay, your word up said the same thing. Food is just horrible. It is. I don't understand what happened. Like, other than, yeah, you cook for yourself and you make the food the way you like it, but like when you go into these restaurants, it's like, yo, what y'all like? The restaurant experience is just bad right now, and it makes you not even want to go to them no more. It makes you not want to go to them. Now, I understand that some of these restaurants is having a hard time making a profit. And unfortunately, the last 4 years has been detrimental to them too. And I know a lot of them are probably scrambling, trying to salvage and just stay afloat. But Yeah, I don't even look forward to going out no more because it's no the food is just like yeah, it's low quality. And I'm not saying every restaurant, but I don't uh, man, you're plumbing 70? Wow. My dad stopped doing that work I think he was 72 when he finally actually stopped. I mean, he's not here now, he passed away, but before my dad, yeah. Yeah, my dad was a plumber for years. Like, I mean, he did other stuff. He did carpentry, plumbing, stuff like that. I mean, initially he started out as plumbing, but the other stuff filtered in. And I used to work with my dad a lot, and he taught me a lot of stuff. Like, God rest his soul, he's gone now. He passed away couple of years ago, but I learned a lot from my father. He wasn't a real big dude, but he was a beast. I mean, even at 70 years old, he would outwork. You could put three 18-year-olds beside him, and he would outwork them. He couldn't hang with him. But he didn't stop actually doing a lot of the work until he was about 72, 73. He had ended up getting a touch of dementia. And at that point, we just kind of had to like, okay, you can't do it no more. But he came out of it, but he still never went back. He came out of the dementia, but he still never went back to work. He just wasn't that well enough to go back to work. But it was okay. He had a long, healthy life. I mean, he passed away I think my dad was like 86 when he passed away, but, you know, he was a worker. Radio. Oh man, you went back. Radio Shack. I miss Radio Shack. I miss Radio Shack. I mean, the place I miss the most, and I know I'm really, really telling my age, is Kitty City. I ain't gonna lie. I love Kitty City. Most people was like they like Toys R Us, but I miss Kitty City. I mean Radio Shack. What was the other one that was like Radio Shack? Why can't I think of the name of it right now? It wasn't Radio Shack. It was another one. But there was a lot of companies that was around back then. Sam Goody, Radio Shack. Oh man, this electronic stores. I mean, Best Buy been around for a while, but a lot of these other big names, man, they just wiped them out. They couldn't hack it. But that's life. I mean, you get businesses that come and go. Sometimes you got to change as things are changing, and maybe they just didn't make the right changes and necessary changes in time enough, and it just eventually just went down tubes. But then a lot of stuff that Radio Shack sold is no need for it. So they should have started shifting their business around prior to that, before things started changing. I think Radio Shack should have just started going into selling cell phones. I don't know if they did, and I don't remember. But yeah, Radio Shack, that was a long time company. It's sad to see go, like Kmart. Sad to see go. I love Kmart too. I like their products by far more than I like their Walmart product. I think Kmart had a lot nicer stuff than Walmart did. Price probably was a little higher, but the quality of stuff that I got from Kmart was better than the stuff you got from Walmart. That's just my opinion, but we all know that Ron's opinion don't matter. But yeah, it's man, she's a people at Radio Shack. Wow. I'm still trying to think of this other place and I can't think of the name of it. Another electronic store, and I don't know why. For some reason, it just will not resonate in my head. But it's hard to watch these companies like that go. What we grew up on, and well, for me, I grew up on. But man, I miss it. I miss Kitty City, man. I Toys R Us, but it was used to be Kitty City when I was a kid. But yeah, that's crazy. Okay, word up. You like Kmart better? Yeah, I did too. I liked the Kmart. I didn't. I wasn't. I mean, we got Walmart there, but I like the Kmart more so than I care too much. There you go. Thank you, Circuit City. That's what I was thinking. That was it. Wow, you read my mind. You read my mind. That was it. I could not think of the name. Oh my God, my brain was on fire right now. That was it, Circuit City, man. I like the Circuit City too. Oh man, that was it. That was it. That was it. That was it. I used to DJ back in the day too, so it's like I spent time in these type of stores. When I was a young boy, I thought I was gonna be a famous DJ at one point, but that didn't work out so well. I was doing all right. I did all right for a little while, but I didn't. I think if I probably would have embraced it more, I probably would have. But you know how it is. You always got these little things you're trying to do, trying to find your space or whatever, your place or whatever. But yeah, so I DJ for a while, got away from it, but yeah, man. Yeah, I like I said, I like the Walmart. I mean, I like the Kmart. I really care. Circuit City, I love. I used to be in Circuit City all the time. I would go in Circuit City and I had no money to spend. I just would go in there because I look around, see what they had, and I was broke. I'm like, I'm gonna go in there. But when I got, when I started driving and stuff, and you ready to go put your system in your car, Circuit City and places like that is where I got, you go in there to find what you need and stuff like that. And that's why I said a lot of these kids don't know how to do nothing no more. Like we did everything ourselves most of the time. We didn't go get this done and get done. You wanted to find out how to do it yourself to see if you could do it. That's what I did. I mean, I used to have my loud system in my car, and I did every last one of them myself. I didn't pay nobody to do them. I mean, as you get older, you just don't feel like all that. But yeah, all mine I did myself. Yeah, Kmart. I love Kmart, man. Kmart used to have some really nice stuff. And I cannot think of the lady like they was what. Don't judge me. It wasn't Martha Stewart. I think it was it Lynette Jennings. I can't think of that lady's name. She had that product in Kmart. Don't judge me. But I cannot think of her name. Oh my goodness. I can't. She used to, she was I don't I know she had her name brand in that company, but it was like she used to have like all her the pillows and stuff, the fashion stuff the stuff like decor stuff that they had in the Kmart. I just can't think of the lady's name who product that was, but all her stuff used to be real nice. But don't judge me. I'm a grown man. At the end of the day, I'm a grown man. Don't judge me. But yeah, like stuff like that. But they had nicer. I just thought Kmart had a lot nice, more better decor stuff for you. If you was decorating your house, I think that decor stuff was a lot better. And Charlie's Angels, I'm not the girl from Charlie's Angels. I'm not too sure. Um, you might be right. I'm not exactly sure, but I can't think of the girl's name for some. But I'm not too sure. I didn't know she was on the Charlie's Angels, but I know they had a lot of whoever it was. They had a lot of nice stuff. Yeah, there you. That's it. That's it. You're right. Jacqueline Smith. Man, y'all be on point. I'm over here, can't think of nothing. I know that, but I know people, but I can't think of the name of it. But yeah, they decor stuff is like I think Kmart had a lot of better stuff decor wise. But their stuff was a lot nicer, man. Like you go on Kmart, I just think if you was getting ready to decorate your house, you had a lot better selection Kmart than Walmart by far. But you know, you want to be his apprentice. That's what's up, man. Plumbing. I mean, it changed over the years, but wow, he's about 5'6". The man worked hard and stuff. Yeah, and you know what? My dad was like that too. He would a lot of the jobs that he was doing, he would just he'd be there working late at night, and I'm like, man, you still there working? Like I used to have my own job, but when I would get off of work from my job, I would try to find out where he's doing work at, and then I would go there and help him out as much as I could before I had to actually go home. And it was an honor for me. I didn't, I at first I would just do it just to go see where he was at, but then every time I would pull up, it was a whole bunch of stuff he had to unload out of the truck and stuff like that. So at that point, it just, whenever I thought about it, I would just go to wherever he's at. And I always seemed to pull it up when he had a truck or stuff to unload, which at that point, it started turning into an honor. I was glad to do it. anything that can make it a little easier for him, I was happy to do it. So I didn't care. And he was like, "Boy, you always pull up at the right time." Oh, Jacqueline Smith clothes. I don't know about the clothes. I'm not too sure about the clothes. I was just looking at like the curtains, pillows, curtains, fabrics, like the blinds and like mini blinds, wood blinds. Don't judge me. You know what I mean? Back then it was like, the wallpaper, their wallpaper and stuff like that. Their decor stuff. Um, their stuff was just a lot nicer. Like if you was to me, if you was trying to decorate your house back then, you had a lot better selection of things to decorate your house back then. Yeah, the sheets. Yep, yep. It just a lot of stuff, and the color coordinations was a lot better. It just seemed like it was better. I mean, to each his own, but to each his own. But I just thought Kmart had a lot more nicer stuff, and I mean, I don't think it was extremely overpriced neither. But I just think they had nicer stuff, and better quality of stuff. And that's where I would go. Like, don't judge me. I know I keep saying that, but but yeah, that's what I would like when I would like in some of the curtains that I had. That I would get. Oh wow! So your husband's he was in the military. How long did he serve in the military? Oh wow, that's what's up, dude. So y'all a close knit family, huh? But yeah, I would, I would, man. So whenever I had to decorate or whatever case may be, that's where I would got a lot of stuff from. Some stuff, not a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff with decor wise. Oh, okay, yeah. God bless y'all. Sorry to hear that, but sorry to hear that. But God bless you, and like I said, that's the thing. But you know what? Those are the things these kids need to learn. Those are the kids. Those are the things that these kids need to learn. Is like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like maybe y'all. I don't spend a lot of time in the store, but some of y'all might see it when you go into the store and you see somebody. That's what's up. Okay, she still looks awesome. Okay, but when you go into the store and you might see a mother and a daughter and they get ready to decorate their house and get ready to move in their first apartments and stuff like that. And those type of things, like it's nice when you see that stuff. And when men wise, you got your son and you're like, oh, we're gonna go out here, we got change the oil in the car, we gotta do some of the stuff like that. It's nice when you see those type of things going on because those are the strongest bonding moments, and those which sparks the interest in the next generation to want to be more in tune with those things. I don't have a problem with people singing and dancing and stuff like that, but I just think we're flooded with it. I think we need more of this stuff than we need of that. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I gotta get ready to get out of here. I really do. I can't believe we all sitting here talking about Kmart and Circuit City and Walmart and fabrics and sheets and curtains and hanging blinds and wood blinds and faux blinds and whether they left drawer or right drawer and split drawer and violences and let me stop because y'all be like, what the hell? Yeah, y'all have a good blessed weekend. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. It was actually turning out being a very interesting conversation, even though for once we wasn't talking about a bunch of politics, and it actually felt good. And I agree, and I enjoyed it. But God bless y'all. Once again, please make Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior if you haven't already. And y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. And usually I'll be on lives for those that are on here. I usually be on lives on Sunday, but unfortunately this Sunday I will not be there because I got something I got to do, and it's going to be an all-day event. But I'll see y'all soon. God bless y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.